Right. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Ruach Kodash. Welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one is How Did They Know? And pretty much, I was just almost finished watching the video that the Elder Inap, Bishop Inap put up, dealing with the Planet of the Apes, the whole series. He was going into breaking down the different, chapters of the movies. And pretty much what I kept thinking about is how did they know, how to put those movies together, in the fashion that they put them together. And pretty much these devils know. Remember, the scripture say they're wiser than Daniel. And they do diligent searches, and pretty much through research, because they have their scholars that go into the scriptures, unlike you jakes in the churches, and they extract information out of the scriptures. And plus they have the true prophets that are waking up, that are giving them the true understanding of the scriptures. And that's how they were able to put these movies together. Now, the first Planet of the Apes thought they were in a different, country or a different world, different planet, and they were doing what? Space travels, and then when they so-called landed, they landed, it was like the year 3000 something, and pretty much when they came to find out what was going on, the planet was being ruled by apes, which is really Jake. Then he also mentioned the second, at the end of that, he figured at the end of the first Planet of the Apes, 1968, he figured that he was still on planet Earth. And he went to a beach place they call the Forbidden Zone, which is pretty much code for America. And when he got to the Statue of Liberty that was almost completely sunken, which is going to be totally taken out, he said, "You did it, you bastards, you blew it up." Then the next movie, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, which was in 1971, they started out with the opening scene of the end of the 1968 one, and pretty much that was, the next in succession to where they show you the Illuminati, the elite, being underground in those shelters. How did they know about that? Well, they got the scriptures and they got the prophets. They know that they're going to go underground when all hell breaks loose. And pretty much in one scene, they show the missile, the nuclear missile, and it has Greek writing on it, which is the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, because that was the beginning of their power, and it's going to be the end of their kingdom, because Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And as you continue on through the progression of these movies, they show you these devils go back in time of how it was, how they had the apes in cages, which represents Jake and slavery, so on and so forth, and how eventually the apes got the upper hand. And that scroll, the 29th scroll, the 6th verse, that's pretty much in a nutshell Esau in the scriptures, and they understand that. So that's why they were able to put that together. The scriptures speak about the shelters they're going to go into to escape, the wrath of the Most High and the wrath of the Lamb, and they're going to get fucked up pretty much. So I just wanted to say a few words on that, because that's how they knew, because they got the scriptures and they got the prophets. This is why in the parable of Lazarus and the rich man, Abraham told the rich man, they have Moses and the prophets, let them hear them. So with that, I pray that you will edify to the next time.